What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with, well, what is the beginning of a series of a little bit more control deck kind of a vibe. You know, this might be my villain arc or whatever. You know, what I really hate about this is that even though I'm a pretty vocal hater of control decks, I've realized that I play them pretty damn well, and that's making me hate myself a little bit, but not really, because I'm winning. It's a weird position to be in, but I've just been crafting up, you know, brewing up a bunch of different control decks over the last few days and getting some spectacular win rates. I'm like, you know, I think I've accrued 2 losses out of a total of like close to 20 games with all different control brews over the last few days. So like something's clicked, and I think honestly, if I have to be perfectly honest, the win con in the majority of these decks is freaking Mirrex. Like the more I play with the card, and you know, once you get into that, like, okay, I'm playing a control deck now. This isn't going to be a fast game. Sit back, relax, think, play slowly, do everything correctly. You know, hold back your answers for only for the most necessary threats. You get into that control mage sort of mindset. There's very little that can go wrong with these brews. Of course, Esper does have the most answers to the most things, especially considering the new removal spell, The End. But also Azorius and even to a certain extent Dimir have some really good removal pieces, counter spells and whatnot that like make it so that if you just play properly and pace yourself, you can win a lot of games with Mirrex alone. In one of these decks, it is literally the win con. There's like almost no other way of winning other than boring the opponent to death and hitting them with Mirrex might tokens. So like, I hope you guys are ready for some control brews, and I think without further ado, it's about time that we jump into the first of tonight's brews, or you know, this week's brews. Giant Tortoise doesn't really fit into that category. It's definitely more of a mid-range deck, so I'll unfavorite it, but this one is so close to being just mwah, mwah, double chef's kiss. Like, holy crap, I'm having so much fun with this one. First time playing with a Tortoise, but we're going to be focusing a little bit on these control decks over the next sort of 2-3 videos, and then we'll play some Jund. I'll switch to mid-range early next week. So for tonight, we're going to be looking at the Horny Whale. Just a classic blue-white control featuring one new card in particular, the Horny Whale, the Horned Loch-Whale. The deck is playing 0 new cards except for it, and I mean, I just can't seem to lose. I think I'll show you some stats at the end. I think I'm 8-1 with it. No, I'm 9-1 with this list right now. So hopefully no streamer's curse. But I feel like I can just take out anyone. It's insane. The amount of life gain, the combination of... And I'm one of those control mages that doesn't play Memory Deluge. I think it's terrible, but maybe I'm going to get some flack from you guys for saying that. But honestly, I think it's terrible. I've been thinking of, because I'm playing Mirrex, to maybe just sneak in, like, oh, beg your pardon, sneak in one copy of the new one that has Bargain, which I thought was actually really good in spoiler season, the Farsight Ritual. It's anyway just 4 mana, draw 2, instant speed, like Memory Deluge, except when you bargain it, then you get to look at the top 8 cards of your library, which then makes it very, very similar, actually, to... It's very, very similar to... Memory Deluge, except it'll always just cost 4, and at the most 4 plus one little thing that you have lying around in the battlefield that you don't mind getting rid of. And considering the fact that we do make some tokens with the Samurai, but most of all, we've got the full playset of Mirrex in the deck, there's actually a pretty high chance that at the point in the game where you want to be looking 8 cards deep into your library, you will have a little might lying about to bargain away. So I'm definitely considering it. Let's play a few matches with it as it is. As I often say, I don't want to ruin the feng shui of the deck. It's running just fantastically as it is right now. But if there was one change I would make is I'd cut one Silver Scrutiny and bring in that bargain card. But for now, I'm the type of control mage that doesn't play Deluge. I prefer Silver Scrutiny because deep in the late game, you top deck one of these, you can draw yourself like 7 new cards. And then in combination with Union of the Third Path, you draw a bunch of cards first, then Union of the Third Path gains 6 life or something against aggro. Amazing. And then we've also got the -2 from the Wandering Emperor. So like these 2 cards are keeping us alive against mono red. We've got temporary lockdown for the Selesnya enchantments matchup, where like the vast majority of their important threats are 2 drops. I'm thinking, even just their own copies of Ossification, bye-bye, Cameo of Transience, the Selesnya 2-mana guy, the little 1-mana the something visitor. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, instead of playing Farewell, which is obviously the answer all to enchantments, I've been preferring to go with the lockdown because it's just more flexible. It's also really good in other matchups, like people making, blood tokens and using, Rakdos Anvil or what. Like, there's just even just mono red, where the majority of their creatures are 1 and 2 drops, Kumano, all of that stuff. So like, I've been really loving this as my like early game sweeper, and then we just have Sunfall to swipe the board a little later in the game. So honestly, these 2 have just been enough. We've got Fateful Absence just to answer mostly for Planeswalkers. But then we've also got a total of 8 counter spells, and Dissipate's just more and more becoming the best one because it exiles. And yeah, I mean, it's a very simple deck. There's nothing much to say here. It's a lot of 4-ofs. This, the negate, might as well just be 4-of and 4-of. It's just, I thought, why not? Instead of the 4 make disappears. And then 3 Horned Loch-Whales, and we're trying to mostly win the game with Mirrex tokens. So I think I've done enough talking. Let me just quickly zoom in on the Horned Loch-Whale, which is the main reason for building this deck again. It's really exceeded expectations. Like, it's better than I initially thought. I had a little mini argument on Twitter with a few other fellow content creators about, Horned Loch-Whale over here, and I was saying, clearly the Hullbreaker Horror is the better card, right? It's uncounterable. It's doesn't enter the battlefield tapped. It's got that ridiculous text box where, like, once you actually clear and resolve a Hullbreaker Horror, it's very, very difficult for the opponent to ever come back from that. This just has Flash and Ward 2. But everyone's like, yeah, but it's got this, instant attached to it, the Lagoon Breach. And sometimes that is a very valid argument because it's a 2-in-1. But then when I first looked at the what it does, this Lagoon Breach, I was like, out of all of them, it's probably not that amazing. Now, having played with it a lot, it's actually been amazing because it doesn't just bounce attacking creature to the hand. It's to the, usually, if they want to keep it, like their Shieldred or whatever, it's to the top of their library, which gives you the chance to untap, hold up mana, and counter it the second time it comes down. If you were unable to, maybe you were tapped out, you didn't have the counter spell, whatever the case might be, later in the game, you finally get that counter spell, you bounce the thing to the top of their library, next turn they try to replay it, now you've got the Dissipate ready, now you've got the make disappear ready. So it's actually been a lot better than I thought. And then you just flash in the 6/6 when, you get to that point in a control deck where, like, the opponents run out of resources, they're just top decking, and then you just flash in a 6/6 with Ward 2 and boom, 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 close the game out pretty quickly. So it's definitely overperforming compared to what I initially assumed. I think I'm going to really go, like, full control mage. Even get my Azorius sleeves on there. Maybe let's put Teferi. Let's go. 26 lands, of course. Let's jump into some games. We've also got a Field of Ruin, because Mirrex it's really, wow. Like, it's such a good card. More and more people are jamming it. And when I'm in those mirrors, or, like, Esper or other kind of control deck, where we end up in that situation where we're just countering each other's things, then we all run out of resources, and then it becomes a Mirrex battle. Having that one of... Ooh! Oh, this is one of my good friends, Mr. Fate. Oh, he'll be so stoked to be on the channel. I've got him on... Hey, hey! Yeah. Fate makes some good decks. I hope I can beat him. Super good brewer. Part of a little community. We're in touch on Facebook and Discord and whatnot. I love his stuff. Hehehe. Oh. Okay. Great hand so far. We're oh, what, did he skip a turn? God, I loved that. Now we're into Mirrex land already. Could be Liliana though. So let's go with the draw. It's okay. So far, just seems like straight up mono black shenanigans. Let's draw 3. Two whales. I never know where to put these adventures, you know. Is it a 2-mana thing or is it a 6-mana thing? I guess until it's in your adventure zone, it's a 2-mana thing. Why wouldn't you destroy my Mirrex? Interesting choice. Let's go for another white, because we've got the Wandering Emperor. Looks like he's gonna go for the nighttime switch. And I am going to, you know, I have options. I can flash in a whale, but I'm worried about Sheoldred's Edict. That is really pretty annoying.
I'll have this fight finished before brunch.
So let's go and discard. I think temporary lockdown is no bueno in this matchup. Get rid of you. And then if he swings, we can go for the Eiganjo. Nah, I'd rather Wandering Emperor the Trespasser. And then get rid of the Eiganjo. Or maybe the Otawara. No, we need a second blue source.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it.
I'm keeping my whales. That's for shout.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Wishing I had a bit more counter magic available to me. But so is life. Yeah, that sucks. This card is so good. Like, wow. Borderline, like, I guess we needed this for many reasons. Here we go. I mean, it's where I usually end up. We be Mirrexing. Okay. Now let's see which way he decides to go. If he -2. So is this target attacking creature, not attacking or blocking? So then what I'll do is I'll bounce one of them.
No mind unspoiled.
At least we got rid of those.
What a critic!
Oop. Okay, digging for answers. Pretty scary.
Open your mind.
We exile the swamp. Shelly? Shelly? Trespassy boy? I think it's time to do a little Sunfall action here. And for said Sunfall to be extra specially delicious, we need to make as many Mirrexes as possible. Oh yeah. This is definitely a Sunfall situation. You got the end, I got Sunfall. Freaking dumb card, but what can you do? Ha! He always gets the like alternate art, Mr. Fate. Oh, what? Another trespasser? Oh, really? Sure.
I shall unveil a beautiful nightmare. Even the grandest ideas start small.
Okay, we can also, you know, casualty the Phyrexian in a pinch. It's not ideal, honestly. He's on 22. We're about to die. Okay, we hold up Dissipate and then flash in the whale. We need to get rid of this Ashiok or we just die, right? Makes sense. Go for the throat. Sure. It's whale time. Yeah. Whew. Close. He's got, you know, a total of mana value 29 stuff left in his, in his graveyard. So just one more Ashiok and some proliferate triggers and... Sorry, Fate. I'm so sorry, mate. I really didn't mean to be such an ass. But, it's whale time. Boop, 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 boop. If you're watching, Fate, I know you are. Thank you for the match. Sorry for playing Azorius. I feel terrible. It's disgusting. Nice deck. I liked your approach. You know, just looks like more kind of classic mono black with some graveyard trespassers and some Shellys, but bringing in the Ashiok, the Virtue, yeah, all the good new black cards. Somehow black just keeps getting the best cards in the game, but that was a good game one. Let's move on to the next one. Give my opponent a GG. What does WYD means? What you do? Where you what? Yeah. Another blue would be great. Could be the Boros Flicker deck. There's my second blue. I feel so safe with these counter spells, Dissipate in particular. It's disgusting, but you know, what can you do? Sometimes you gotta be the control mage. I think we need to hold this up for what's it, Nahiri's? Ooh, Nahiri's something something. Oh. Yeah. I'll allow it. Little doggo. Little doggy. This is when we just do a -1.
Anyone who harms my people, may your blade strike true. Guards, to me.
Oh, this card is disgusting, man. Again, I feel like horrible. Okay, this time I'm countering. I think we're I want to like keep up my advantage. It's probably a sweeper coming.
Must protect the people.
But maybe not with all these creatures. Maybe not. Time will tell. I think now we're gonna switch to Mirrex activations. He goes for the Sunfall. Okay. That's not a very good card for this situation, but fine. Take one of my tokens, no worries. We still got this like massive draw step with, you know, Silver Scrutiny. We can just restock our whole hands, which is why I just prefer it to the alternatives right now. Especially if you're playing the Union of the Third Path in conjunction. Okay. Cool. Old Norn making an appearance. Do we go for like just a draw 3 now? Yeah. Hoping for a I was hoping for a different card, honestly, but that's okay. Let's keep swinging. Oh, I'd love some double power stones, please. Those I can use to turn on my Mirrex. Let's see if she swings. No swing. Okay. So let's make a Mirrex token and then Sunfall. Oh, okay. Yeah, I still think I'll Sunfall instead. If he's trying to do some sort of Power Stone shenanigans, then the lockdown's pretty good. Yeah, okay. Draw 2. Now, I don't know if to turn on my incubator or make a token. Could almost do both if I'd played my Eiganjo, but I want to see if I need it. Okay, so this exiles any permanent, so he'll go for my... Okay, well, there we go. You've done my job for me. Hold on, I just need to reply to somebody on WhatsApp. Okay. Oh, that's a nice top deck. For sure. So happy I held this up. He goes for another like double ETB type thing. I'm going to get rid of her before that can happen. And we can make a Mirrex and flash in an Emperor. I'll go for the draw too. I wasn't expecting him to -5/-5 a might. Okay.
Let your blade do the talking. I have got new moves to teach you.
Guess you'll go for the one, huh? Nice. Go Mirrex, go Mirrex. It's your birthday. All right. I think probably gonna flash in this whale next turn. Let's see what the opponent can... I mean, he's still got a nice full hand there. Could be Sunfalls, but then in response to a Sunfall, I flash in the whale. And then just boom. He'll have enough mana to activate the incubator token. He's also got a bivouac. Okay, that sucks. That's great. That's totally just fantastic, honestly. Except for the life gain. A little bit frustrating. Okay, goes down to 1. I think this is the time, if there was ever a time, to just get rid of all of his power stones. And then we still have enough mana to flash in one more whale. I guess Elish Norn will be the pick. Oh no! What a comeback! Okay. I guess we have to go for Sunfall. Another Atali. Yeah, it's gonna have to be Sunfall. Woo. Wow, that is some nasty, nasty business right there. Triple Atali. It's ridiculous game. I mean, ridiculous card. Pass. More bigger incubator token. Zap! Except, you know, the only issue is Portal here is just going to keep bringing it back. So, I honestly just don't know what to do at this point. I guess we Sunfall the next one too. Wandering Emperor and Nahiri's Resolve. Oh no, he's turning it around. Okay. We can kill this guy. If he swings, we kill it. Actually, no, if he swings, we win. He can't swing. Oh. Okay. I see where you're going. Go on.
Guards, to me. Now you've done it.
Now you can't bring it back.
My judgment is final.
I guess you'll go for the Might Stone. What a game! Okay, now we've got Dissipate. He might just deck himself, I guess. That's one way of doing things. Especially with all of these, like, card draw things that he's going to bring back with the portal.
We must protect the people.
Yeah, we just Sunfall. Keep Sunfalling. I like this deck, man. I honestly am thoroughly enjoying this game. Super tight. Down to the wire. We may end up going into a situation where the opponent just decks themselves. I think we can survive this onslaught. The only issue is here, he can keep bouncing everything. Oh no, I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong damn thing. I cannot believe I just did that. That was a humongous misplay. I was supposed to use the instant side. That's what happens when you don't focus. Really terrible play. Okay, so we just need to find... one Fateful Absence. Yes. And that's how we win, ladies and gents. The opponent also definitely overextended. Woo! Epic match. Epic match. That's probably the best built version of this Boros Flicker that I've seen yet. That was really well built. Going kind of the Power Stone route. I thoroughly enjoyed seeing this brew, Mr. Abyssin. That was sick. Elish Norn makes perfect sense. Bunch of Italis. Misa likey. Misa gonna try copy you. Also the Circuit Mender, amazing. These control matches go so long. We've already arrived at the 35-minute mark, and we've only had 2 matches. I think we're just gonna have to leave it at that, guys. I have people bothering me for like real work stuff on my on my WhatsApp, and I need to get cracking. So I think we all get the point here. We saw the Horned Whale doing its thing. Everything else are old cards, so I don't feel the need to do like 100 different games. I think in those matches that we just had, the whale definitely, the Horny Whale, as I like to call it, definitely did its thing. A little misplay there at the end, which actually ended up being fantastic, because if I hadn't made that misplay, we might have lost that match. So sometimes a serendipitous little misplay can lead to victory, but I think it's definitely worth your precious wildcards. It's a fantastic finisher for Control. And now having played with it quite extensively, I can safely say that at least I feel less gross playing this than the Hellbreaker Horror. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to quickly bring up some stats here for you guys, just so we can see how the deck has been performing for me over the last few videos. Over the last few days. Seems like I have been logged out of my Untapped. Boop, there we go. Now we're back in. My profile, please. Horny Whale. 11-1. I lost one match to some 5-color domain ramp pile. This one over here, with the actual fully 5-color one, this one was playing the Alara thing, and I just trashed them. This was like, I don't know, maybe we just didn't see the 5th color, but I lost. I can't remember why. But otherwise, 11-1 to somebody who is not a good control mage, like, that's some pretty heavy stuff. So I don't know how it's possible, but I definitely recommend you taking it for a spin if you're into this type of thing. But that is going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, kindly consider subscribing to the channel, leave a thumbs up, and of course, leave some comments down below. That not only helps the algorithm, but I love responding to them, hearing from you. You know, how would you have built the deck differently? What did you think of my decisions? Did I make any misplays? All that sort of stuff. Please, constructive feedback, always very much appreciated. I will be seeing you all in the next one with another fresh Control Brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.